check with audience was, yeah.
That's the better.
Hare Krishna.
All right, I'll see you soon.
Do we have cartel players? Where's your cartels?
Bhakti Nandan
Gaura Premananda Hari Hari Bol.
Anything else?
Anybody want to say?
आप बोलो बोलो हाँ? नहीं बोलो
No? No one?
Yeah. No, no. Sorry.
Well, otherwise, Maharaj will move on to your beautiful kirtan.
So
You need to switch on your mic. Huh?
singing Jai Radha Madhava Kunja as usual.
Where's that? This is for the beginner's one.
Huh?
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Bavllabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Bavllabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Bavllabha Girivaradhari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Praja Jana Ranjana Ramana Tira Yamuna Tira Gopi Jana Bavllabha Giridhara Gopi Jana Bavllabha Giridhara Yashoda Nandana Bhajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Yashoda Nandana Bhajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Bhajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Jai Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jai Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Nitai 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 Gauranga Nitai 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 Jaya Nitai 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 Gauranga Nitai 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Dayalitai Sitanath Gadadhara Premanande Gaurharibo Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Shagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Sabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhannitam Guravi Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Stadalai Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha
Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Majjhang Dadati Shapadantikam Radha Shanmukha Shakting Shakhi Sanga Nivasinim Tvamaham Shatatang Bandi Madhava Sraya Vigraham Namasreshtham Manumapi Sachiputra Sharupam Rupam Tasya Grajamarupurim Mathurim Gashtabhatim Rupam Tasya Grajamurupurim Mathurim Gashtabhatim Radha Kundam Girivaramaho Radhika Madhavasham Prapto Yasya Prathita Kripaya Sri Gurum Tang Natosmi Guru Rupa Haring Gaurang Radha Ruchiruchabritam Gadadharan Nitang Bandi Bani Binada Banditam Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Everyone. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. First of all, I offer my most respectful obeisances, my prostrated obeisances unto the lotus feet of my Guru Pada Padma, His Divine Grace, Om Vishnupad, Paramahamsa Thakur, Srila Bhakti Rakshak, Sridhar Goswami Maharaj. And with all my humility, I'm begging for His divine mercy to be bestowed upon me, upon all of you. Thereafter, I offer my most respectful, humble obeisances unto the lotus feet of their divine graces, my great glorious Shiksha Guru Pada Padmas, Nityalila Pravishto Vishnupad, Paramahamsa Thakur, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, and Nityalila Pravishto Vishnupad, Paramahamsa Thakur, Srila Bhakti Dayita Madhava Goswami Maharaj. And with all humility and begging, praying for their divine grace be bestowed upon me, upon all of you. Thereafter, so offer my most humble, respectful obeisances unto my other great Gloria Shiksha Guru Pada Padma, His divine grace, their divine graces, Srimat Abhay Charanaravinda, Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ji Maharaj. Also, His divine grace, Srimat Paramahamsa Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ji, and all the Rupanuga Guru Varga. Okay. So, Paramahamsa Thakur, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Ji, Paramahamsa Thakur Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj Ji, and all the Rupanuga Guru Varga. Bestow their blessings, grace upon us, all of us. Thereafter, in conclusion, I offer my most respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of His Divine Grace Paramahamsakula Mukutamani Anantasya Vibhushita Acharya Bhaskar Jagadguru Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, and all wholehearted prayer, all humility, begging for His causeless divine mercy, be profusely be showered upon me, upon all of you. All glories to all their divine graces, all our Guru Varga. It is always very auspicious. It always becomes so wonderfully auspicious to have the beginning of Harikatha by invoking the divine graces of all our Guru Varga. Actually, all our Sankirtana programs, preaching programs of Krishna consciousness, are none other than treasures of our Guru Varga. Not only the divine treasure, nectarian treasure of Mahaprabhu, divine couple, Radha, Madan Mohan, Govinda, Gopinath, but also it's the nectarian treasure of all our Guru Varga. So that's being extended through us, their treasure. So, the nature of the topics about Krishna, the nature of Harikatha, Krishna Katha, is simply infinite, that of infinite oceanic character. So today I'm thinking from where to start. Because there is no real beginning, there is no end. There is no real beginning, no middle point, no end, because it's an infinite ocean. By nature, all Harikatha, Krishna Katha about the Supreme, Absolute, Infinite Lord, also infinite. So, no adi madhanta mananta vircha. It has no adi, it has no beginning, no middle, no end. But of course we see some beginning. It's a relative way. Okay? When we see some beginning, portion and end, it's all relatively conceived. But originally, the infinite ocean of Harikatha, Krishna Katha, the glories, the divine name, fame, form, quality, Nama Rupa Guna Lila Parikar Vrinda, that divine name, fame, form, qualities, Lila, the beauty of pastimes, and their love relationship, playful love relationship, all divine, eternal love relationship with their beloved associates, between Supreme Lord and the beloved associates, Parikara Vaishishta, all are actually existing eternally. The world, in other words, world of Harikatha, Krishna Katha, Radha Krishna Katha, that world of divine Shabda Brahma, always eternally existing, just like Lord Krishna, okay, Radha Krishna, Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Lord, eternally existing. Similarly, His divine name, divine quality, His form, His Leela, everything eternally existing. We have to understand. Like light waves, sound waves, light frequency, sound frequency, electromagnetic frequencies, like energy in the all-pervading universal energy in the space, all over the cosmos, like the time, as they are eternally existing, we can easily understand. So similarly, and much more transcendentally, the world, the infinite world of Krishna Katha, Hari Katha, Radharani Katha, topics about the Supreme Personality of all pervading universal divine truth, also eternally existing. Okay, eternal. So while we start discussing about it, we just make a start relatively somewhere in that and end somewhere in that infinite ocean. And we have the taste. Even a glimpse of that infinite nectarian ocean of Krishna Katha is equal to infinite, very mystical and mysterious. It cannot be realized by limited human brain, limited human intelligence. How even a point, a dot, even a small glimpse of the Supreme Infinite can also be infinite. Inconceivable. Mahaprabhu said, it is simply inconceivable. You simply know and understand and believe in, it happens. That's what happens. How it happens, you cannot understand. You cannot fully comprehend. But you know, it is truth, self-evident, self-effulgent truth. So back to the point. The very nature of nectarian Harikatha, Krishna Katha, simply infinite. I'm thinking where from to start. Okay, today, as I was coming over here, on the way there was heavy rain. Heavy rain. And I was feeling beautiful. Feeling something very specially beautiful with the rain. So many great Vaishnava poets, pure devotees, purely devoted Vaishnava poets, composed so many wonderful, mystically, divinely, mystically wonderful, sweet, nectarine Vaishnava poetries, devotional songs and poetries during the rainy season. Rainy season. They began to be singing, harmonizing with the tune of the raindrop. Okay, raining. And they remembered, they divinely meditated into the divine pastimes, transcendental pastimes of divine couple during the rainy season, during the monsoon, in Aprakrita Braja, Aprakrita Goloka Vrindavana. Srimati Radharani's Abhisharam in relation to Krishna. Mane pare barishar, Vrindavana Abhishar, Ekakini Radhikar Chokita Charam, Shamol Tamal Tal Neel Yamunar Jal, Arduti Chalo Chalo Nolino Naya. Meghair Meduramam Barang Banavisham Tamalotri in Gita Govindam. The Abhisharo pastimes. It is very difficult to translate this term Abhisharo into English. Can anyone say? It's a secretive, it's a very, very confidential, secret ways of moving, running towards the beloved Lord, disregarding, without caring about heavy rain, stormy night, heavy rain, the thorny grounds under the feet. Sometimes during the rainy season, monsoon season, Braja Gopis, the transcendental, the divine damsels of Brajadham, what to speak more of Srimati Radha Thakurani. They, at the dead of night, in the middle of night, when the whole surrounding, whole nature is filled with storm, heavy rainfall, cold wind blowing, they were running towards Krishna, being irresistibly attracted by Krishna's flute play, Krishna's flute song. They are irresistibly, they are desperately running towards Krishna. Okay, through the heavy rainfall. Their feet getting, sometimes in the moonlit night, dark stormy night, okay, their feet getting hurt by the thorny road. They're running through the forest, okay, to go to Krishna, to approach Krishna. And they're bleeding, the feet bleeding, shivering through the cold. Getting so wet in the heavy rain, but they don't know anything. They're disregarding everything, all their physical austerity, all their penance, physical distress. They're simply becoming just, how to say, simply becoming less important to them, in order to run towards Krishna, Krishna's flute song. This is called Abhisharo in Vaishnava Padavali. And that happened, that manifested also during the rainy season. So, Gita Govindam, in other great books, it has been described that the blissful love of the Braja Gopis for Krishna so intense that they simply didn't care about their physical distress or painstaking running towards Krishna. Rather, all became converted into great joy in their life. Their feet were bleeding, shivering in cold, taking so much rain, faced with the storm and stormy dark night, running through the forest, irresistibly attracted by the flute music of Krishna, love of Krishna. And that's how they were running. Such was the power, such was the nectarine power, irresistible potency of the love of Krishna manifested in the Abhisharo Lila. So it just appeared in my mind and heart while I was coming by the car, heavy rainfall. But the rainy season, monsoon season, so dearly related so intimately related to the hearts of the Rashika devotees, Premi devotees. Krishna He. So often devotees felt a great joy to bathe in the rains, in the rainy season. It became converted into some souring of nectar, of love of Krishna. Krishna, when they felt the presence, omnipresence of Krishna everywhere, in air, water, lights, okay, all through, all around them. Often the pure devotees, divine associates of Krishna, they felt that presence of Krishna is not just kind of inert, impersonal presence of Krishna. They felt Leela presence. They actually felt the nectarian presence, intimate presence of Krishna everywhere, in and out. And that manifested in variegated, colorful, blissful way, form of love of Krishna, love, taste for Krishna. You know, those feelings, actually, colorfully, they manifested through different devotional colors of sentiments, emotions, different tastes, beauties, musical melodies of devotional sentiments and emotions, feelings. So often the whole surroundings around those devotees, the transcendental devotees, the pure devotees, the great lovers of divine couple became converted into the nectarian manifestation, Leela of Krishna. They simply did not remain like air, wind, or rain, or light. They became much more than that. So, because they are directly relating to Krishna around them, mahabhagavata level. Mahabhagavata have that ability. We see the description throughout the holy scriptures about the level of mahabhagavata, topmost uttamadhikari level. Seeing Krishna within, without, inside, outside, all around, and feeling into Krishna's nectarian presence all around them, in, outside, everywhere. Okay? And Thakur Bhakti Vinod gave a glimpse of that conception through his song. By the first line of the song, Atma Nivedana Tua Pade Kori Hainu Parama Sukhi Amar Dukkha Dure Gelo Chinta Na Rahilo Chaudike Ananda Dekhi. Atma Nivedana Tua Pade Kori Hainu Parama Sukhi Dukkha Dure Gelo Chinta Na Rahilo Chaudike Ananda Dekhi. I can see, I can directly experience, taste the infinite bliss, wonderful bliss of Krishna Prema, nectarine presence, beloved presence of Krishna all around me, all over, everywhere. I have no tinge of, I don't even tinge of sorrow or distress, okay, in this moment. he actually expressed his feelings from his own realization. Thakur Bhakti Vinod gave us a glimpse into the realization. Through that nectarian surrender, through that wholesale self-surrender, through that devoted self-giving or self-devotion, wholehearted self-dedication in love with Krishna, at some point, such type of nectarian experience can manifest. They will certainly, they inevitably manifest in the lives of the fortunate devotees, such nectarian experience, taste of Krishna's feelings into Krishna, feelings into the presence of Krishna in Leela all around, mahabhagavata level. সর্বত্র কৃষ্ণের মূর্তি করে ঝলমল, যে দেখিতে পায় তার আঁখি নিরমল. This way. So, what to speak more of the Braja Gopis, Srimati Radha Thakurani, filled with the transcendental bliss, blissful love of Krishna. So back to the point. So apparently we sometimes feel, oh, it's dull season, rainy season, monsoon, not a very good weather. But while devotees relate to monsoon in Krishna consciousness, in relation to Krishna Leela, which manifested in the monsoon season, they connect completely different way, transcendental way. So much beauty, charm, taste is there in the monsoon pastimes of Radha Krishna. So, so I am here today in a place which is also dearly connected with the memories, some loving memories of Srimad Bhakti Bavllabha Tirtha Goswami Maharaj, beloved, dearmost disciple of Srila Bhakti Dayita Madhava Goswami Maharaj. So he came over here, lived here, stayed here, preached Hari Katha, Krishna Katha from here. So this is another beautiful place which is imbued with some memories, gracious memories, sweet memories of a Vaishnava Thakur, one of the Param Vaishnavas, Srila Bhakti Bavllabha Tirtha Goswami Maharaj. So, we have always had a special loving friendship between us. I have known Srimad Bhakti Bavllabha Tirtha Goswami Maharaj for many, many years, very dearly, in a very close way. And from my younger life, I remembered, I saw many times how he used to be engaged in his continued devotional service to Guru Gauranga, to his Gurudev, his divine grace, Srila Bhakti Dayita Madhava Goswami Maharaj, also other Guru Varga, promoting his Gurudev's mission, beautifully promoting the glorious mission of his Gurudev, also fulfilling his desire. So, he was quite loving with me. You know, I am much younger by age, and temple life, by qualifications, by devotional qualifications, Vaishnava qualities. he is much greater than me. Okay, but he is so senior Vaishnava, decorated with many Vaishnava, beautiful Vaishnava qualities. So, many times we have been together in Kolkata Chaitanya Gauriya Math, sometimes in our Navadvip Sri Chaitanya Saraswata Math. And our special relation with him grew through Srila Bhakti Dayita Madhava Goswami Maharaj, who was a beloved, most beloved, intimate god brother of my Guru Maharaj, our Guru Maharaj, His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Deva Goswami Thakur. I have got so many wonderful, sweet, loving memories of having the darshana of both their divine graces, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj and Srila Bhakti Dayita Madhava Goswami Maharaj several times, more than several times in my life. I remember, first I had the great fortune to have darshana of Srimad Bhakti Dayita Madhava Goswami Maharaj in our Navadvip Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, Guru Maharaj temple. You know. So, I saw him over there at least 3 times. Okay. Whenever he would be coming to his Mayapur temple, Mayapur Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math, he would often come to see Guru Maharaj, come across the Ganga and over to Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, Navadvip, Guru Maharaj temple. And I found Srila Guru Maharaj would become so happy, it's needless to mention. Simply needless to mention further, he would become so happy, so delighted upon seeing his dearmost god brother, Srimad Bhakti Dayita Madhava Goswami Maharaj. Okay, he would be given accommodation just below the room of Srila Guru Maharaj. There was a big room we used to call Baro Ghar. He used to be given a very comfortable, happy accommodation in that room. Madan Prabhu, I remember Madan Prabhu used to come with him as his loving servitor at that time, his personal attendant. So, then simply after coming, see how it happened. As soon as he entered Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, okay, after paying obeisance, offering respectful obeisance to the presiding temple deities of Chaitanya Saraswat Math, he would straightly go up to see Srila Guru Maharaj with Madan Prabhu and all. Then after having some sitting with Guru Maharaj and everything, then he would finally come down for resting in the room. So that was their way of feelings of relationship. Not like that, okay, first I will go to the room, relax little bit, then go to see Sridhar Maharaj. No. And Guru Maharaj was also waiting eagerly, so much eagerly, without having patience, almost out of patience to see him from upstairs. He was old, he could not come down all the time. But he was also so much waiting to see him with so much eagerness. And here, as soon as finishing obeisance to the deities, okay, just keeping the luggages on the part of Baranda and straightly going up on the Bhajan Kutir to see Guru Maharaj. That was the eagerness. Like, cannot wait more to see. Other things can wait, but that was the intensity of eagerness. I have sitting, then after washing hands and face on Guru Maharaj's Bhajan Kutir, then one of the first things Guru Maharaj would be asking, Maharajji, sab bhajan kushal to? Is everything all right? Is your life of bhajana going on first class, very nicely? You'd be giving big smile. By the grace of my Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, by the grace of their lordships, I am fine, Maharaj. I am doing fine. All credit goes to their divine grace. What about you? Srila Guru Maharaj would have also replied similar way. Similar way, by the grace of divine grace of Srila Prabhupada, my Guru Maharaj, Guru Varga, Radha Govinda Sundar. Yes, I am also doing fine. Then he would immediately order us, because Guru Maharaj knew he would love to drink Mosambi juice, Mosambi orange. And Guru Maharaj knew about that. Many knew, so Guru Maharaj also knew. And how it happened? It happened so that inside Navadip Chaitanya Saraswat Math, there was one Mosambi orange tree. And it used to be filled with all Mosambi oranges. Okay, ripe Mosambi oranges all hanging from that Mosambi, the Mosambi orange tree hanging. So Guru Maharaj would order us. By his order, some of us would be running to get the fresh Mosambi orange from the tree, fresh one, and immediately ask disciples, sometimes me, sometimes some others, okay, make the fresh juice for Maharaj. Okay, so immediately bring a pure Mosambi juice for Maharaj. Then he would say, not just only for me, also for Maharaj, must bring 2 glasses. Okay, so devotees would be running, and just within a while they would bring 2 glasses of full fresh Mosambi juice. Then you're sitting before Guru Maharaj, sitting beside Guru Maharaj, drinking Mosambi juice. I still remember the sight. These are all little things, but it's like little parts of the nectarian memory, sweet memories. Because little ordinary things no more remained as just ordinary things. They became so sweet because it was happening, all those happening in relation to the pure devotees, to pure exalted devotees of the Lord. So little things became like piece of diamond, little piece of diamond, gemstone in our memory. So we used to be watchful. Then a glass of fresh Mosambi juice would be offered to him. As he was drinking, yes, it was made assured there will be no drop of water in that Mosambi juice, because he loved to take the pure Mosambi juice without any adulteration, without any piling of water or anything. Okay, so Guru Maharaj also instructed us accordingly. No water. As he was drinking, sitting beside Guru Maharaj was watching smilingly, as if not only he was tasting Mosambi juice, fresh Mosambi juice, very sweet, no sugar required, no sugar offered there, pure Mosambi juice. So as he was drinking, Guru Maharaj was looking at him, looking at his face and smiling. Both the God brothers were relishing at the same time. One was drinking, tasting directly, another was making him drink and relishing that by making him drink the fresh Mosambi juice from his own tree, Mosambi tree. Some emotion is involved. I am offering my god brother fresh Mosambi juice from my own tree, own temple tree. Okay, you will not get such Mosambi orange anywhere else. Very special. That was Guru Maharaj's feeling, telling him. And he also loved to drink. So Bhakti Dayita Madhava Goswami loved to drink Mosambi. After finishing one glass, he would be wanting more. And more will be supplied. See. And then thereafter Harikatha started. Hours went by. Harikatha, Krishna Katha flowed hours after hours. Both the god brothers remained absorbed in nectar in Krishna Katha. Okay, for hours after hours. Mostly in the beginning of some Tattva Harikatha, it would be around, Srila Guru Maharaj would be asking him around how the preaching was going on. Okay, because he was such a prominent preacher at that time. So then he would be filling in Srila Guru Maharaj with some successful preaching program of Krishna consciousness. And he was very successful in those days all over India. Established so many temples. How many altogether? Around 26, 27? All over India? Around that. Okay. Srila Guru Maharaj was so happy with his very active and successful preaching programs, prachara. So that would be mostly the first thing Guru Maharaj would be asking after asking Bhajan Kushal. Are you doing very well in the life of bhajana? Then how is your preaching program going on? Oh, it is so wonderful, marvelous. You know, I am so happy to see you are fulfilling the desire of my Guru Maharaj, our Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Oh, he loved this way. He loved to see. He loved to see and that his disciples engaged in Krishna Katha program successfully, spreading divine messages of Mahaprabhu, Krishna consciousness. Maharaj, you are doing it. You are doing it so successfully. My Guru Maharaj, our Guru Maharaj, I'm so pleased, I feel it. That's the way Guru Maharaj. So Guru Maharaj would begin saying, speaking in praise of his beautiful Krishna Katha program, preaching program. Okay. So, some distraction happening. Anyway, so then again, so through that prachara prasanga, mostly through that prachara prasanga, context of the topics of the preaching of Krishna Katha. Now both the god brothers would be entering into the world of the Harikatha of Prabhupada, their Guru Maharaj. Now, so it was a special characteristics of very special characteristics of the topics of Harikatha both the god brothers would be absorbed in was that it was centering Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. In other words, the very special characteristics of the discussion of Krishna Katha, nature of discussion of Krishna Katha, relishing Krishna Katha, used to be how that topics, particular topics used to be relished by their Gurudev, Srila Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada. How Srila Prabhupada, it's called Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada used to relish the same topics of Lord Hari. Okay. Guru Maharaj would be explaining, Srila Madhava Goswami Thakur would be hearing, would be listening, okay, with so much appreciation, listening with so much deep appreciation, and then his turn, then he would be commenting. In return, in response, he would begin commenting, illuminating. Guru Maharaj would be listening. Okay. At some point, thus both the exalted god brothers used to be engaged absorbed, okay, in releasing wonderful Krishna Katha through mutual reciprocations for hours. And again, that was a special characteristic of their Harikatha, how Srila Prabhupada used to be explaining this, how Srila Prabhupada used to be illuminating, how he realized, how he illuminated these specific topics of Krishna Leela, Radha Krishna Leela, Mahaprabhu, this Siddhanta, how Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur realized it. Okay, they were remembering that as if they were re-releasing the same again, filled with the memories, sweet memories of their great, glorious Guru Padma, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. So, Guru Mukhi Aswadanam, meaning they are releasing Krishna Katha, releasing into Krishna Katha, Hari Katha, everything, in the flow, okay? Being in the flow, following the flow of how it would be released by Srila Prabhupada, Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. And that's how both the God brothers would be releasing, in relation to their Guru, in total, okay, close sambandha jnanam, relationship to their Guru Padma, and also Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Because the Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada was not different from the consciousness of Bhakti Vinod Thakur, another extension of Thakur Bhakti Vinod. He was none other than an expansion, close, intimate expansion. Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, close, intimate expansion of Thakur Bhakti Vinod. So many aspects. So, this hours went by. So nectarian Krishna Katha would also be absorbed. In those days, there were no so much systems of recording, no tape recorder, only big spool cassette, how do you say, spool tape, only just came into existence. Real tape, like big gramophone recording. Still see, that just came later on, but in those days, we took some notes time to time, but it could not be directly recorded. We miss so much. I think if they could be recorded. But many of them got compiled. So, see, I remember, so one of the main topics in their Harikatha in relation to Guru Maharaj's discussion in relation to Madhava Goswami Maharaj would be like retrospecting from the time of their Gurudev. How they used to be serving during the time of Srila Prabhupada, Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada together. How they would be staying together, okay, many times in the preaching fields. How they used to be an integral part of the preaching team of Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Sometimes Srila Prabhupada used to call them my preaching team. Okay, so and how they used to remain absorbed, engaged in serving Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, serving through preaching Harikatha, by promoting his missions in various ways, variegated ways. How they used to be spending days, sometimes months, in preaching field together, sharing the same room, sleeping, side by side, in this way. And sometimes we would be noticing, we would be looking at the faces of both the beloved God brothers. see, sometimes they would become childlike. While they were, while they were remembering those past beautiful memories of past, their service activities, past memories, how they spent their life under the gracious guidance of their Gurudev, engaged in devotional service to Srila Prabhupada, various ways. Both their faces would be flushing with joy. We could see that, like flushing, getting bright getting luminous, subtly bright with the joy, joyful expression. The joy was manifesting. The facial appearance, bodily language. Okay, that way. They're so delighted, like childlike, joyful in childlike way. Sometimes, when Guru Maharaj would be inside the room, inside his bhajan kutir, Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj came up, and Guru Maharaj was not sitting on the easy chair outside, in the outside baranda. So he was rather sitting inside the room on his bed. Anyone who went to Navadvip Chaitanya Saraswat Math and had darshan of Guru Maharaj's bhajan kutir can understand. So Guru Maharaj was just simply relaxing, sitting on the bed. So as soon as Madhava Goswami Maharaj came, welcomed him inside the room. Sometimes he just stood up from his bed. Come Maharaj, please come. Please come. Sometimes he would be giving hug, warm embrace, warm loving embrace, please come. Then we'd be keeping one chair very ready, just ready, nice chair with nice mattress, little mattress asana on the chair and just beside Guru Maharaj's bed. Then what happened? Then Guru Maharaj sat on the chair and Guru Maharaj sat on his bed and Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj sat on the chair beside Guru Maharaj's bed. Then they started speaking. They started just spontaneously speaking. You know what happened? I am the eyewitness, heart witness, all this. We are there. There was a carpet already spread on the ground. So, both the God brothers started speaking. Some point, within a minute or so, I found, so Guru Maharaj was not so satisfied making him sit on the chair. Then, Guru Maharaj simply took him by hand, took Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj by hand and pulled him to his own bed. Maharaj, come, the chair is a bit distant. A bit distant. Just pulled him, lovingly pulled him. And he was Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj was hesitating because he used to be very respectful to Srila Guru Maharaj as his great elder brother, elder spiritual brother. So he was hesitating. I will be sitting right on his bed. Great Vaishnavas are always decorated with the qualification of humility, decorated with humble beauty of humbleness, and they give so much respect to the senior Vaishnavas. So as he was being hesitant a bit to be rightly sitting on Guru Maharaj's bed together, but Guru Maharaj was not listening. He was hesitating, he didn't want to, Guru Maharaj wasn't listening. Guru Maharaj was stubborn, he was lovingly stubborn, simply pulled him by hand and made him sit just beside him on the same bed. But now we saw both the God brothers now sitting on the same bed in the bhajan kutir of Guru Maharaj and holding each other's hand. They are very intimate friends, They actually spent many, many days in the preaching fields together during the Saraswati, during the time of Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Okay, in many places. Not only sharing the same room, sharing the same space side by side. If whenever they needed something, each other, they would be fulfilling the need for each other if they required any help. So, for many days, months, so Guru Maharaj remembered that. Guru Maharaj didn't forget. He remembered about that sweet memory. So, being inspired, being driven by that sweet memory, love feelings, he just pulled him on his bed. So, then both the god brothers started, okay, speaking Harikatha, and then Guru Maharaj was so happy. Now he was satisfied. But just a moment ago, when he was sitting on the chair, he was feeling a little poor, not so satisfied. Emotion, found a loving emotion, God brotherly emotion. Okay, both of them for both. There's so much loving appreciation, loving emotions for each other. All transcendental. Then, I'm not going into the topics of discussion they used to have, it will take a long time. Once it so happened, I remember, there's little memories like gems. Sometimes they would have some nice meeting along with other devotees, disciples or some few, disciples are also allowed in that meeting. So, because of the fair accommodation, creating accommodation, a big, some little thick mattress we call toshok in India, made of cotton, thick, how do you call in here? A thick mattress made of cotton. So that was spread on the floor of Guru Maharaj, then we put bed sheet on that. Then what happened, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj, okay, and I think some other god brother came. I vividly remember both of them. Both of them rather sat down on the floor with some nice pillows, Indian tradition, Eastern tradition, nice pillows, takya we call, okay, to make everything comfortable. So what happened, Srila Guru Maharaj, Param Pujyapa Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj were speaking to each other, sitting there in a very casual, very comfortable way. We are there, I was also there. Some other devotees also there, okay, helping them, okay, bringing some fruit juice to them if they required anything. They were engaged in talking. All of a sudden, Srila Guru Maharaj wanted a glass of water from me. So what happened, I was so, I was so joyful, I was so happy. Oh, Guru Maharaj ordered me to bring him a glass of water. So I just almost went running. And because they are all sitting in that floor, so space was occupied on the floor. I should have been very careful. But what happened, I just went running and to bring a glass of water for Guru Maharaj. So as I was giving the water, offering water to Srila Guru Maharaj, what happened, he was sitting like this and speaking, casual Indian way. Sometimes we all sit like this, we sit like this, different form. So maybe Guru Maharaj was sitting like this and speaking to Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj. And all of a sudden, my foot, one of my feet touched Guru Maharaj's finger. Little bit touch. I felt that, but I was in the mode of giving water to Guru Maharaj. I was in the motion. Motion means I was in the process of offering water to Guru Maharaj. So although my feet touched, one of my foot touched Guru Maharaj's fingertip a little bit on the floor, but I did not immediately, I could not do anything because I was in the process of in the way of giving water to Guru Maharaj. So I gave water to Guru Maharaj. So Guru Maharaj drank, okay, then put me back, gave glass back to me, I took. He marked that. So Bhakti Madhava Goswami Maharaj, he marked that my feet touched little tip of Guru Maharaj's finger. Okay, so he was watching what I was going to do, watching me. Okay, so I just wanted to, in my mind it was that I will come back to Guru Maharaj, beg forgiveness and wash Guru Maharaj's finger. Okay, little later, maybe let me put back the glass, wash it and put back, and then I will come back. And I was a bit afraid to even admit that my feet touched finger two of my Guru Maharaj's offense. Whether it happened unknowingly, all of a sudden, but still it's offense. My feet touched the finger, I think this finger, how do you call this, middle finger, Tarjani and this finger, middle finger. So I was being careful and also in shame why happened. So I just washed the glass quickly and put back. By that time he watched, he called me. Now lovingly but with chastising temperament. So Madhava Goswami just called me. Come. I knew what he was going to tell me. Then he lovingly but chastised me. He spoke some words of chastisement with some affection. See, you should have put that glass. Do you remember? I saw that your feet touched your Guru Maharaj's finger. So, are you not conscious? Aren't you conscious? I said, yes, Maharaja, I am conscious, but I needed some time and I am so ashamed, okay, to even admit that. But I was coming back with some water to wash Guru Maharaj's finger. You should do it immediately. Come, offer pranam to Guru Maharaj, okay, and immediately bring some water, pot and water. Okay, wash Guru Maharaj's palm, his hand, finger, and wipe it. Yes, Maharaj, I'm going to do it surely. So he lovingly chastised me. You cannot be waiting. Immediately you have to beg forgiveness from your Gurudev by admitting the fault. Okay, immediately. After begging forgiveness, then you should bring the water and wash the water. So why you are delaying? Because I was just delaying, I was a little late. Then to put back Guru Maharaj's glass, after washing, put back, and then I was thinking of coming back. I was very young those days. So, but he was lovingly chastising me a bit. Guru Maharaj was looking at his face and my face. Guru Maharaj was enjoying that. That he was lovingly chastising his disciple a bit. So Guru Maharaj was smilingly looking at me, also looking at him, with the feeling that he was enjoying that chastisement, that he was teaching me, lovingly, affectionately teaching me, his disciple, how to react immediately in relation to Sri Gurudev. How one should be very, very careful and react immediately, do his duty immediately without being any late in relation to Gurudev. So Guru Maharaj was not bothered. I just looked at Guru Maharaj's face. He was a loving father, he was my loving spiritual father. So he did not bother that my feet touched his fingertip. Okay, his hand, fingertip. He did not care about at all, did not bother. He understood my feet touched so, but he was smiling. But Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj looked like a little bit disturbed, slightly disturbed, why I was being late to react to it. Then immediately I very carefully ran and brought some bowl of water and another bowl, holding a glass of water, holding in a glass and another bowl, and I requested Guru Maharaj, please I think it was Guru Maharaj's left hand. Left hand. He was facing, let me remember, facing the south, left hand. So, it's just with feeling a bit shame and shyness, requesting Guru Maharaj, please, give your hand, I want to wash the bowl. And Guru Maharaj was enjoying, he was looking at me, smiling. Okay, he gave his hand and then I washed nicely. And all the while, Srila Madhava Goswami was watching how I do that service. Doing it properly or quickly somehow and just go. I was very conscious that he was watching. I washed Guru Maharaj's fingers nicely and then Guru Maharaj said, enough. I said, no, not enough yet. Although no dot, nothing there, but still I wanted to wash it nicely and then wiped Guru Maharaj's finger nicely and hold both of his feet, tried to touch my head. Guru Maharaj said, okay, head on his feet, and he said, okay, fine. And then I looked at him, he was very happy. Srila Madhava Goswami was very happy. Yes, patted on me, touched on my head. Like we did like this, patted on my back. Yes, very nice. Happy. Little memory. So sweet. So sweet. Even it felt so sweet even to be chastised. What to speak more of, receiving affectionate treatment from them. Even when I received some chastisement from Guru Maharaj, the other great glorious Shiksha Gurudev, Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj, received any chastisement, never felt disturbed really. Okay, unless someone heavily chastised some Guru Varga, then of course some disappointment came, sadness. Otherwise, mostly they would be chastising. Often they would be chastising in a nice, affectionate way, but it's chastisement. You should not do that. You should remember, okay, how to act. Okay, you must remember, must behave properly in relation to Guru, Vaishnava, like this. Okay, straight away. But is to understand so much well-wishing behind. Okay, that all that chastisement coming from so much well-wishing, pure well-wishing, guardians, affectionate care and well-wishing behind. So, I also realized, many times in my life I realized the chastisements also my Guru Maharaj from my other Guru Varga sometime. Also sweet. I was very young, so I was still learning and growing up. Okay, in those days. So, I remember, he noticed, because he had very watchful eyes, Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj. Just noticed that momentary thing and taught me, loving me. Another time I remember, while Srila Guru Maharaj, myself, I went to Kolkata Chaitanya Gauriya Math during the annual festivals, 5-day long annual festivals, on occasion of the deity installation, temple inauguration and deity installation ceremony, 5-day long yearly annual festivals. So, Srila Bhakti Madhava Goswami Maharaj would be inviting Srila Guru Maharaj without any fail, every year. Every year Guru Maharaj could not attend this festival. But he would try, he would love to attend, he would love to be present there. Srila Guru Maharaj would not be attending many other festivals, invitations, and other devotees used to be very careful not to be putting Srila Guru Maharaj under any obligation of inviting him to a distant place, because he was old. So it was etiquette, Vaishnava etiquette. But Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj had some special claim. He had always had some special loving demand in relation to Srila Guru Maharaj. So he would be extending very loving invitation to every annual festival. So some years Guru Maharaj attended. Guru Maharaj went there and so many sweet memories. And then, at the time, he used to be given a very nice room, very close to his own bhajan kutir, on the same level, close to his own Madhava Goswami Maharaj, Pujabat Param Pujabat Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj bhajan kutir. Guru Maharaj, the room would be allotted for Guru Maharaj, would be that very, very nice room, very nice room close to his bhajan kuti, so that he could, any time he would wish, he could just come to see Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj. So I used to be accompanying Srila Guru Maharaj as his little young personal attendant, personal servitor. Myself, sometimes Krishna Sharan Prabhu, sometimes Hari Charan Prabhu, other grown disciples of Guru Maharaj, Krishna Sharan Prabhu, Hari Charan Prabhu, myself. Sometimes Govinda Maharaj would also be accompanying. So, then, I remember, in a day, almost every day, Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj would just come out during morning time, around 9:30, 10 o'clock. He'll be coming to see Guru Maharaj in his room. In his room. Only few disciples from his side, often Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj would be present. And because I was Guru Maharaj's personal servitor, so I used to be there, Krishna Sharan Prabhu. So, two of Guru Maharaj's disciples, myself, Krishna Sharan Prabhu, and Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj used to be present there. And both the God brothers would have many important discussions. I remember he would be consulting Srila Guru Maharaj, and he would be seeking some very important advices from Srila Guru Maharaj by bringing up different missionary issues about how to run his mission, how to run his organizations which are growing and growing. It was not an easy task. To be running, to be nicely managing his growing mission, developing so huge, growing. So I remember he used to be taking some advices from Guru Maharaj about how to be running mission more disciplined way, more practical way. Sometimes there's some missionary problems, some managerial things. So he would be requesting Guru Maharaj to advise him how to do them properly in that way, and how he was feeling, what was his opinion, and what would be Srila Guru Maharaj's opinion, what Guru Maharaj thought about it in this way. And besides the managerial things, besides his missionary topics, some missionary discussions, also other times, he'll be discussing with Guru Maharaj about his own personal bhajana life. Personal life of bhajana, and seeking Srila Guru Maharaj's great special opinion and feelings, how Guru Maharaj takes it, how he feels about what would be some specific special way to enhance that bhajana life more, to make more enhancement, lovingly seeking Guru Maharaj's advice on that. And Guru Maharaj also used to be lovingly giving him advice on that illuminations. So such was the beloved relationship between two intimate God brothers. And found Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj often. From those days I found him with how much adherence and devotional commitment. He remained engaged in serving his Guru, Paramaradhya Bhakti Dayita Madhava Goswami Maharaj. So much adherence, tireless devotion. If I say 24 hours, within 24 hours, that would not be exaggeration. That would be proper. Because when the pure devotees, when the devotees go to sleep, that is also a part of service. A devotee's resting is not outside the jurisdiction of service. surrendered devotee, whatever a dedicated devotee does in life, everything is related to the world of service. Everything is recognized, qualified, okay, by service. So, whether they are sleeping or relaxing or doing ordinary things, everything is counted, considered as part of their valuable service because they are dedicated. That's what Srila Sridhar Goswami, the great commentator of Srimad Bhagavatam, mentioned beautifully, wonderfully, very meaningfully mentioned. In our spiritual, if we really want, we truly want our real advancement in spiritual life, we must follow this fundamental principle. If we truly mean to be advanced in our higher spiritual life, divine, devotional life, we must follow this basic and most fundamental, essential principle. In his term, he said, Ado Arpita Paschat Kriyeta. Ado Arpita. Just you offer yourself, you just fully dedicate yourself. You completely dedicate yourself, devote yourself in the first place in relation to the Lord. And then you do whatever you want to do, whatever service you want to do in relation to Him. Then whatever you do after your commitment, after that determination of being fully devoted. So, after being wholeheartedly dedicated, devoted, okay, to the cause of the Supreme Lord, Lord Krishna, then thereafter you do service for Him. Thereafter you continue with different as required, all required services to the divine couple. Then each and every activity, whatever you do, will be considered as your service, seva. Otherwise going to be karma, maybe karma. If you are doing something without the mode of dedication, devotion, then it can be a very nice karma. It will also bring nice sukriti, good result, very good result, some virtue, some nice spiritual merits, but it will be like virtuous act, but not exactly seva. Seva means there will be devotion. It is more. There must be a mode of surrender. What's the time now?
It's nearly 4:45, and we need to stop by 5 because some devotees have to go, and
It's all right.
Okay. So
I think the idea is we stop at 5 for prasad. Even though I could, like as I've mentioned before, Maharaj, it's like listening to Shukadev Goswami, who can talk for 7 days at least.
often you know, this is the anyway. This is the some mystical, wonderful ways created by the Supreme Lord, some time limitations of time, place, situations, where the very topics, the very nature of his topics is transcendental to all these. Simply by Supreme Lord, by his own nature, simply transcending all the limitations of time, place, situations. And now is another kind of his play that he also makes us obliged, okay, to be limited within certain time frame, within the frame of time, place, situations. Okay, it's a playful way. That transcendental, infinite transcendental characters also created by him, and limitations also allowed by him. And we are living, so we have to adjust both ways. Okay, playful lila. Anyway, so, but discussing about something which is transcendental, that discussing about that infinite truth, supreme divine truth, which is simply transcendental to all the limits of time, place, situations. But still we have to be obliged because of our limitations. Okay, maybe it would be so nice if we could all be unconditional. Unconditional. Not to be controlled by time, place, situations. Because sometimes some Harikatha manifest in such a way, nirupadhik. Okay, it is of transcendental character. We need to give full importance to that, more importance to that, instead of our, casual, day-to-day, casual, conventional, okay, common way of happening things, which is happening everyday life. But this will not be happening every day.
Yes.
Understand? But still we cannot do it. It's a mystical, playful way of Lord. Anyway, so back to the point. Adu Arpita Paschat Creator, Srila Sridhar Swami Pad, very nicely, beautifully explained. When, just in order to relate to Krishna, when you offer yourself, just give yourself, devote yourself in the first place, be situated in that temperament. Simply try to be, wholeheartedly try to be situated in that consciousness. Oh Lord, I fully belong to you. Myself fully belong to you. My everything of my life is fully belonging to you. I am yours. Be situated, at least sincerely, with your full sincerity, wholehearted sincerity, be trying to be situated in that consciousness of loving surrender, that love, dedication, wholehearted love, dedication, and take that vow. It's not like this moment I like, I surrender, next moment I don't like, I don't surrender. It's not like that. Krishna doesn't like the cheap class love. He said, I don't need it, you stay with I don't need your kindness from you. Okay? So it's not depending on our liking or disliking. This moment I am liking, oh, I love you, Krishna, so much because I like. Next moment I don't like, so I don't like you. I don't love you. Such type of love is considered very cheap class. It's not accepted on the level of Krishna consciousness. Commitment. Okay. It's devotion. Why the term devotion came? Because it is not simple love, it's a devoted love, devotional love, loving devotion. With that heartfelt, loving commitment, bhav, determination is there. That is only found in the mode of surrender, dedication. So that's what Srila Sridhar Swami Pad explained beautifully. First, just do this. Okay, you must, with all your sincerity, you must endeavor, you must do it, give yourself fully to Krishna. Okay? Amita Tomar, I am yours, my Lord, I am yours. Then, thereafter, being situated in that consciousness, in that position, you start doing things for Krishna. Then each and everything you do will be counted as service. Direct service will be qualified as service to Krishna. No more just some pious activities, giving some sukriti only, bringing some sukriti only, not more than service. Now it's qualified as service, valued as service to Krishna. One of the key to the success keys. I've got many things to say. In relation to I could not even begin speaking about Bhakti Bavllabha Tirtha Goswami Maharaj, how he came to Navadvip Chaitanya Saraswat Mahan. He spoke to Guru Maharaj for hours. Guru Maharaj used to be blessing him, touching on his head, blessing him. And he would be, of course, he was approaching Guru Maharaj for accepting Srila Guru Maharaj's grace. And Srila Bhakti Madhava Goswami Maharaj used to be discussing with Guru Maharaj about Bhakti Bavllabha Tirtha Maharaj before he officially declared him, announced about him as the successor, as his future successor, Because Srila Bhakti Madhava Goswami Maharaj used to be discussing with Guru Maharaj many things private, personal, very confidential and personal. And I with my own ear I heard one of those personal conversations between Srila Bhakti Dayita Madhava Goswami Maharaj and Srila, my Guru Maharaj, was about Bhakti Bavllabha Tirtha Goswami Maharaj before he was officially announced, appointed as his successor. So I remember Srila Bhakti Dayita Madhava Goswami Maharaj was just telling, sharing, personally sharing with Guru Maharaj with some special happiness. His name was Krishna Kantiya, previous, before Sannyasanam. Bavllabha. So, Krishna Kanti Bavllabha, in this way, I have to remember his name.
Kamke. Krishna Kamke. Kamke
Previous name, the name
yeah.
of Srila Bhakti Bavllabha Tirtha Maharaj,
Oh, no,
prior to sannyasa,
Yes.
something to Krishna Kanti Bavllabha, I will remember it all. Anyway, so I heard him speaking, sharing with Guru Maharaj in a personal way, that Maharaj, because sometimes Guru Maharaj also used to be asking, whom among your disciples you are really considering to be your successor in future? Because by this time you have already had a huge mission, so many branches, so many, so many institutions, so many missionary branches. So it needs to be remaining in the right hand. Okay, in the right hand is to be, you need to offer them in the right qualified hands, whom you are considering. So then I heard, responding to that, so Bhakti Dayita Madhava Goswami Maharaj would be personally sharing his feeling, saying, I consider naming him, by that time he was already sannyasi, I consider our Tirtha Maharaj to be the very qualified person is next to me in future. So Maharaj, I'm actually thinking of appointing him, officially announcing him as the future successor of all my missions. Then Guru Maharaj was very happy. Guru Maharaj immediately, how do you say, nodded his head, agreed. How do you say, when you say, how do you speak in
Acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
Yeah. Well, approved.
Yeah. Approved.
Yeah.
I know. Nodding, how do you say, nodding head or something?
Yeah, nod. Yeah.
Nodding, right? That's a colloquial way. Anyway, so Guru Maharaj immediately approved it. He happily approved, acknowledged about that. Yes. But he also knew Bhakti Bavllabha Tirtha Goswami Maharaj from young days, because he used to be having darshan of Srila Guru Maharaj and speaking with him, serving him by the special direction of Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj, his Gurudev, while Guru Maharaj used to be coming to Kolkata Chaitanya Gauriya Math. So Srimad Bhakti Bavllabha Tirtha Maharaj was one of them, solely responsible, like happily would be taking responsibility to take care of Guru Maharaj. At least he was not able to physically do everything because he was busy. He was very busy to take care of missionary things. But time to time he would be coming to see Srila Guru Maharaj in his room and make sure everything is being nicely taken care of. So Guru Maharaj is being nicely taken care of and served. If Guru Maharaj required anything in this way, even Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj would be coming to Guru Maharaj's room and to make sure everything. So Guru Maharaj knew him. So Guru Maharaj also was so affectionate. He had so much affection and love, just loved him like his own child. He would not consider like, oh, my godbrother's child, his own child, because they are so intimately related. And that's the feelings we also receive from Srila Bhakti Dayita Madhava Goswami Maharaj. Being our Guru Maharaj's children means his children, his own children. That's the way of family relation, close family relations we felt. Okay, so back to the point. So when Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj shared that with Guru Maharaj, that he was considering him, and he decided in mind, he decided to appoint him, announce him as the next successor Acharya of his mission, Guru Maharaj felt very happy. He very happily acknowledged, yes, he is qualified. He has Guru Nishtha, I know. He has proper, deep Guru Nishtha, means adherence, true devotion to Guru. So faithful, so trustworthy, faithful, also very intelligent, okay, qualified. He will be able to take care of your mission properly. I fully agree. This speaking, like one part. After Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj departed, then also, once Bhakti Bavllabha Tirtha Goswami came to Srila Guru Maharaj, seeking his grace because he was too much. He found himself too much in pain of separation from his Guru Deva. Too much. He could not tolerate. So he was trying to seek some gracious guidance from Guru Maharaj, how to live life. Too much pain of separation, inexplicable. So he also went through that stage, that phase in his life after the departure of his beloved Guru Pad Padma Srila Bhakti Dayita Madhava Goswami Maharaj. So he came to Srila Guru Maharaj seeking some guidance to be soothed. The most painful situation to be soothed. And after accepting Srila Guru Maharaj's blessings and gracious advice, everything, he felt somewhat more soothed. To continue with living again, living with the responsibilities, with the service responsibilities given by his Gurudev on him. Tirtha Maharaj. I saw Tirtha Maharaj. We have met many, many times. In Kolkata, Chaitanya Gauriya Math, whenever I went to see him in his bhajan kuti, see, he's so much senior and elder than me by age and by mortal life. But an epitome of Vaishnavata, epitome, a great example of Vaishnava humbleness. Because by relationship, I am his god brother. He's my elder god brother, I am younger brother. So because by relationship I am his god brother, he knows. He knew me from my childhood. So he would immediately come down from his chair. He was writing something, sitting on his chair and table in Bhajan Kuti. He would immediately come down on the floor, because after entering I would pay obeisance to my elder god brother. He would immediately come down and pay obeisance, also Panchanga to me. I said, no Maharaj, you don't require. You are so much senior to me, so much elder, Vaishnava. Please be sitting. Please be sitting on your chair, continue your writing. Okay, you don't need to come down. He would listen, he would not listen. Come down, pay pranam, and then he would be starting sitting on the floor because I am sitting. Then some of his disciples would come running to give him a special seat, because he want to be sitting with the god brother on the same level. Or somebody would be giving me another chair. Okay. So much Vaishnavata, Although I have always considered him as one of my Shiksha gurus. Elder, being so elder. Pure sadhu. One of the pure sadhus I have experienced in my life. I am not making any exaggeration. Bhakti Bavllabha Tirtha Goswami Maharaj. So much to say. I humbly remain here.
Thank you very much, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Short Mahamantra.
Mahamantra?
Little, one or two. No? Short.
Hare
Hare
Wonderful. So sweet.
It's the words. It's the words that are sweet.
Yes. Ultimately, all are coming from Gandharvika, the supreme goddess of all musical melodies, musical sweetness and beauty. Supreme goddess of owner of all the bhajana, bhajana songs. So, yes, her presence, her blessings. Krishna.
So, so our appreciation of that. Jayam Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Paravrakacharya Astatara Shatri's divine grace, Srila Bhakti Nandan Swami Maharaj Ki Jai.
All glories to all my Guru Maharaj, Guru Varga Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Prabhupada Guru Varga ki Ram Sankirtan ki All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare
Krishna. Sankirtan ki Jai.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hare
Take it out.
Yes, yes.